Victory for the executive after the Court of Appeal lifted the conservatory orders barring implementation of the Contested Finance Act 2023, pending determination by a three-judge bench constituted by Chief Justice Martha Koome to hear the matter. This means the National Treasury has now received the green light to begin enforcement of the controversial tax measures contained in the Finance Act of 2023 to finance the 3.6 trillion inaugural Kenya Kwanza budget. Well, Vincent Odwor now tells us what this means for Kenyans.
The Kenya Kwanza government's first full financial year set off to a bumpy start after the High Court issued conservatory orders on the 30th of June, barring implementation of the Finance Act of 2023, legislation which is designed to help the government raise an additional 211 billion shillings worth of tax revenue in the period between July 2023 and June 2024. Among two other Kenyans, Busia Senator Okiya Omtata filed a petition that led to the slamming of brakes on the tax law, arguing that the budget cycle was conducted in a manner that flouted the constitution and the public finance management framework of the country.
That the process of making the budget are to some extent fraudulent. It is what we call budgeted corruption.
On Friday afternoon, however, by a stroke of the pen, the Court of Appeal set the stage for President William Ruto's government to proceed with the collection of taxes as provided for in the Act. The High Court suspension of the implementation of the law sparked outrage among Kenya Kwanza leaders, with the President accusing the judiciary of derailing his government agenda. The judgment issued by Justices Wasame, Minoti and Omondi states that the upshot of the decision is that the application has merit and the same is allowed as prayed, with the effect that the order made on 10th July 2023 suspending the Finance Act 2023 and the order prohibiting the implementation of the Finance Act 2023 be and is hereby lifted, pending the hearing and determination of the appeal. Courts shall abide the outcome of the appeal. The judgment further states that the judges are persuaded that the applicants have satisfied the twin principles for the grant of the orders sought, and that public interest tilts in favor of setting aside the conservatory orders by the trial judge. Some of the taxes that had July 1st as their effective date are the new rates introduced at 32.5% for persons earning between 500,000 and 800,000 shillings monthly, and 35% for any monthly income above 800,000 shillings. Deductions towards the housing tax at 1.5% of one's gross salary, matched by another 1.5% by the employer, are also effective July 1st. Small and medium-sized businesses subject to turnover tax will also now be subjected to the new rate of 3% and new thresholds effective July 1st. Whereas it is not immediately clear whether the government will backdate the taxes with the July 1st effective date, NTV has learnt that KRA staff, through an internal memo, were advised to have systems ready to support collection pegged on the effective dates provided by the Finance Act 2023 should the conservatory orders be lifted. Technical Notice 71 circulated as an internal memo within KRA states that the Finance Bill 2023 was assented into law on June 26, 2023. As you may be aware, the High Court issued orders on June 30th, 2023, suspending the implementation of Finance Act 2023. Until such orders are lifted or varied, we may not legally implement the contents of this Act. Subject to the directions of the courts, the ICT division should work closely with the revenue departments to ensure that the system is ready to support the implementation of the Act. Further, officers are advised that the provisions of the Act shall come into effect on the dates specified in Section 1 of the Act. Petitions challenging the Finance Act of 2023 will now be heard by a 3-judge bench comprising Justices David Majanja, Christine Meoli, and Lawrence Mugambi. Vincent Odur, NTV.
Meanwhile, Azimio la Umoja One Kenya Coalition's leadership